Welcome to Practical Build Management with Gradle course. In the 8th section of this course, we're going to review a needs to have parameterization of Gradle task execution. As we know, sometimes we have different environments where our build should be executed, and for those environments we would like to have some parameterization. But for developer's machine, the default value should be used. And in this section we're going to review how to parameterize Gradle task execution using gradle.propertiesFile. We're also going to review how to use extra properties extension for Gradle parameterization of task execution. And finally we're going to review how Gradle could be executed in parallel, in what parameterization of execution Gradle provides for this. In the first video of this section we're going to review how we can parameterize our Gradle task execution using gradle.propertiesFile. We're also going to review how those parameters from gradle.propertiesFile could be overridden using parameters passed through the command line interface. Okay, let me switch to our project. Now we have section 8 folder with our source code, and let me open gradle.propertiesFile. We have here this property upload version equals 1.0. As we know from previous section, we used capabilities of Gradle to publish artifacts to repository. So let's try to publish artifact again, so we can see that currently we are using 1.0 version as artifact version to be uploaded to the artifact repository. Now we changed this version to 1.01 and you can see it's used here. So this is basically how the variable inside gradle.propertiesFile can be set, and let me show how this value can be used. You can see we have publications configuration for Maven Publish plugin, and here we have upload version, which is actually the value of this property from the gradle.propertiesFile. So basically this way we can use this variable from gradle.propertiesFile through the build. And let me also demonstrate you how this variable could be overridden with command line interface. So let me choose, for example, version 1.02. So I just need to use -p flag that allows any variable to be overridden from the command line interface. So let's just hit enter and you can see that 1.02 version was uploaded to artifact. And these variables could be used not only for publishing versions, we can also use those variables from gradle.propertiesFile as versions, for example, for variable dependencies. For example, here we have a dependency for Maven BOM file, which is Brussels ASR1 or Spring Platform. But for example, we know Spring Platform new version was released of Brussels. It's released now. So let me just name this variable Spring Platform version, and here I would like to use it. So let me just try this build. Nothing should be changed, but if we change it to release, probably some additional versions of some dependencies we have will be downloaded. Let me just run our build process. So nothing was changed. However, as we can see, the POM file of Brussels release was downloaded, and now we will use dependencies from this POM file. So this way we can use again gradle.propertiesFile, and we can also override it through those parameters through the command line interface. Okay, now we know how to use gradle.propertiesFile as a source of parameters.